Going on, that's a really an unnecessary team point deduction there.
That's in the rule book. You throw the headgear, and it's now instead of 9-6, instead of 9-6, it's now 9-5. And here we go with the other 1 and 2 man. Krieger against Heffernan. The Hawks have got it rolling now, and it's going to be up to Krieger to get Iowa State back in the momentum again. In momentum. In Iowa City, Krieger pushed a good deal. Heffernan was not terribly aggressive, but he is here.
Boy, he hit in there deep on that one, didn't he? As soon as you say it, it comes back like a plague against you, doesn't it?
Heffernan with Krieger on the bottom. That was a slick move by the Iowa All-American, ranked #1.
Well, he started with it right away. Last time, as you say, he was a little apprehensive. Now, he's pretty tough. He's got that leg stuck inside. He's got the arm up around the head and under the other arm. It does not look like much, but I'll tell you, you can get pinned with that thing. It just hits in deep, catches him so off guard that he just drives right on through. Just a straight single, high above the thigh for the takedown.
And Iowa has begun to dominate these matches a little bit here now. 2-1 is the score. Heffernan, after the escape, still leads by 1.
Well, we'll see if Heffernan keeps that offense. Last time, as you said, Krieger was really the pusher, and Heffernan wrestled a little apprehensive. This time he opened up with the shot, but it's a long match, and we'll see if he can keep that momentum, keep that attitude that I'm the #1 ranked guy, and I can do this.
9-5. It's Iowa State over Iowa.
Circle back to the middle, guys.
Score that Iowa lost there was 1 point deducted for unsportsmanlike conduct after Kevin Dresser, in happiness, threw his headgear.
Yeah, and he just pitched it over to the side, but he did it, you know, because he was excited, not because he was angry. Still, it's the rule is a rule. If he'd have just left it lay there and picked it up, and maybe thrown it in the air and caught it himself in his joy, but when you pick it up and start to pitch it around, who's to say the next one doesn't go all the way up into the bleachers?
Krieger in the red for Iowa State, Heffernan in the black of the Iowa Hawkeyes.
Go back.
At Hilton Coliseum in A.
You're just tying up. You're just tying up.
2-1. Heffernan got a takedown, and Krieger has the escape.
Now again, Doug, here's a guy, Krieger from Iowa State, that's so dangerous with hips. I was talking about Randall being dangerous with his hips. Here's another guy that's the same way. Sometimes when you get him, you really don't have him, because he's got that great balance and that ability to change 90 degrees, or really sometimes 180 if you're coming into him with enough force, and those hips will hurt you. So, you know, we haven't seen all of that yet. We really haven't had an opportunity to witness it, you know, on our show. But he's a dangerous young wrestler because he's got great balance and good hip control.
Heffernan is handling things really well here. He's been in twice on dangerous takedown shots and once made it score. Almost had it here a moment ago.
Well, he's been the guy
like that.
He is again.
Just like that.
Now the Wizard still has the arm block. Krieger still has the arm block, so he didn't score. But he was there, wasn't he?
He was there.
Get off the edge. Get off the edge.
Boy, Krieger dodged a bullet.
Edge. Center.
What we're seeing so far basically is Heffernan's really quality shots against Krieger's scrap and his ability to defend himself. Krieger's going to have an offense. He's got to be able to generate penetrating offense of his own.
He doesn't seem to have a big move that he goes to. Now this may be where Krieger would prefer to be.
Heffernan, nice job right there. Still doesn't have it. Didn't score.
No score. 2-1.
But he's letting Heffernan have too much, and he'll get burned on that. You don't wrestle a guy like Heffernan and give him this much and take it away from him. Sooner or later, he's going to get it.
It's Krieger's choice.
And he's where he wants to be, Doug.
Now, in Iowa City, he had a choice. He didn't take up. He took down. And our experience looking at Krieger this year is he's very strong on top. And if he's going to make a win of this against the #1 ranked man, you'll have to do it on top.
He's got the arm and the waist. You saw him cinching up the waist. He starts to put that leg in there. You know, look at the arm come around the waist. That right arm of his is wrapped all the way around, clear up on the backbone on the other side. And that's when he starts to load you up. He'll pull you one way, leg you, block you, cradle you. He's just very good on top.
Referee's counting toward a stalemate here.
What Heffernan's going to try to do is get it stalemated all the way through this and not get turned over. Heffernan would like to get this thing stalemated every time
can't base out.
Instead of it having the top man's offensive negligence and his inability to score, Heffernan is going to try to take his offense away by being flat on him. Keep the hips low.
Nice move by Heffernan. A real, very nice, quick move.
Caught him just in the change right there. Now here's where Krieger's, even though it looks like he's in trouble, Heffernan's got to get his hips up over top to score. He still has the arm under control.
Stalemate.
It was a good time for Heffernan to hit that switch right when Krieger was changing directions and changing pressure. That's the time to go. Pop it right when there's a change of pressure.
Jim Gibbons, 4 coaches in 69 years.
Three
of them in 68. This is his first year. Les Anderson, you saw sitting next to him. On the whistle again with 1 minute and 5 seconds to go in the second period. Tim Krieger, trailing 2-1, is riding Heffernan, the #1 ranked man from Iowa.
See him, he's got that leg on now. He's starting to pull him around with the leg so he can get the arm, and then he starts pulling that arm through.
The Cyclones lead 9-5 after 4 weights. Kevin Dresser beat Joe Gibbons, and Greg Randall beat Jeff Gibbons. Otherwise, it's different from last time.
Well, he's got the arm now, and what he's trying to do is pull him down.
Bottom man, you're stalling.
There's a warning against Heffernan on the bottom. And of course, that could be significant.
Here's where he wants to be. Loading him, pulling him.
Back points.
That's what he's so good at.
He's really a tough man in that tilt position.
He knows where he is, even though he's underneath. He's got that arm tight. Now he's lost the arm, so he'll start to work his way up on top of him.
So Krieger takes the lead 3-2. Big roar from the crowd at Hilton Coliseum. We saw the #1 man beaten at 142. The Cyclones are hoping it can happen here.
See, he's got the arm. Now watch him. He'll just pull himself over. He's got the arm, and then he'll start to pull the other man up on top of him. See how those hips are loaded, and then he'll lift up with the toe. You see his right toe there lifting him up, scoring the back points.
Heffernan takes his choice and takes down.
Well, I don't know if that is a very good decision.
Well, 3-2. He knows he has to score.
I know.
Maybe take up, you think?
He puts himself right back in the snake pit.
Top man, you're on.
You know, when you fish around in the beehive, you'd like to hunt for honey and not for bees. He's pulling him right back where he wants him again. He's tough right here. He'll crowd you to death and break your arms.
No back points. Here he comes again. Still no back points. It's only 3-2. Krieger, this could go either way.
Yeah, but he's got a couple of minutes riding time on him, and he's piling on him now. This is not one of Heffernan's great spots. He might have been better to take another spot.
But as we say, it's only a 1-point match.
Well, heck, you know, you can take neutral and then try to take him down and win. Put him back here where he's so tough.
Now he pulls in the leg on the other side.
What he does is he posts him on that knee. He's got this leg tied up on one side, and he'll drive the other knee, and then he'll point. Here he comes. This is where he's good. Got an arm tied up. Oh, now he's got his hips.
Oh, he's reversed. He lost it. It's 4-4.
He's got the leg tied up too.
But it is riding time for Krieger.
He has enough that he'll have a point on riding time. He's got to get off the bottom first. He's got to be able to get up. Heffernan's got to turn him in order to win. Krieger needs to get his head up off the mat and get up out of there.
Heffernan really has to put on the mustard here to try to get Krieger on his back. It's a 4-4 score on the board, but Krieger has a riding time point 6. He may let him up, and then...
I think he's going to try to put it to him.
You think he's going to try to turn him?
I think he's going to try to turn him here for a second.
All right, let's see what happens.
All right, he's got to put him down. Now he's here, he might let him go.
5-4 Krieger, but a takedown will tie it. A takedown would, for Heffernan, would be a draw. And there are only 14 seconds to go. Oh, boy. Nice move by Heffernan.
Oh, real nice move.
And a warning against Krieger for going out. So now Krieger has to go with just 4 seconds, 3 seconds. No! It's Krieger. The freshman beats the All-American, and for the second match in a row, we see the #1 ranked man lose.
Amazing.
Or I should say, we saw the #2 man win, because I don't think anybody lost either.
Real scraps, weren't they?
There's Tim Krieger of Mason City, and the score after 150 pounds is Iowa State 12 and Iowa 5. We were laughing a while ago. Before the meet started, they had a score on the board, and we said, what would it be for that at the mid-time? And it is here, 12 to 5.
It was 12 to 5, and we were talking about it, well, after 4 matches, maybe 5.
That's right. The last time that Iowa State beat Iowa was when Dave Ozenbaugh pinned Lou Banning, CP.
They started this time with one of those unexpected pins, and that's the last one, so.
And there's the score at halfway. Iowa State 12 and the Iowa Hawkeyes 5. And it's Iowa State surprising some people in the lead. We hope that you're getting a big kick out of this. I'll tell you, Iowa and Iowa State's always fun. Each team wins one maybe they didn't expect to win and loses one they didn't expect to lose.
Yeah, and the crowd's really getting into this. I mean, it's just been tremendously exciting to be a participant.
And it's been fun for us on Iowa College Wrestling this year. Hope you'll write to us if you are interested in giving us a comment or criticism. There's the address. Write to College Wrestling in care of Iowa Public Television, Box 1758. Box 1758, Des Moines, 50306. College Wrestling and its 10th anniversary season. I'm Doug Brown with Chuck Patton, and high school wrestling is still ahead of us. We have that on Saturday night live. I've forgotten how many years we've been doing that in a row, and it's the best in the state of Iowa, and some of the best in the state of Iowa have made these two teams here. Saturday night beginning at 6:30, it's the Iowa High School Wrestling Championships from Veterans Auditorium in Des Moines. That is one of those people we saw for quite a few years.